Order the Hampstead Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Tonight is Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. May I have a roll call, please?
Sharon Callahan.
Here.
Lou Conyer.
Here.
Charlie Obermeyer.
Here.
Deb Painter.
Here.
Barb Yeager.
Here.
Thank you. All persons are reminded that this session is being recorded on tape as required by law for the preservation of records and are asked when providing comment to give their name and address. All persons in attendance are requested to print their name and address and affiliation on the sign-in sheet which is at the front door. May we first on the agenda have an approval of the minutes of July 27th, 2022, a regular commission meeting.
I make a motion to approve.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so approved. We need a zoning administrator update, please.
Okay. Basically, I just want to give you all a update on some of the development projects that are going on around town. The fire department, they're full steam ahead with phase one of their project. They've almost completed the foundation of the temporary fire station, and they hope to start the above-ground structure, putting in the steel beams next week. All the steel's there on site. They hope to be able to move into the temporary station by the end of February, which will lead to them beginning phase two, hopefully beginning of March, which will be the demolition of the existing station on Main Street. With the fire station, something else related to them, about a month ago, the town submitted a grant application to the state's Department of Housing and Community Development on behalf of the fire department. They have a grant, if you're a sustainable community, which Hampstead is, called a Sustainable Demolition Grant. And when we saw that, we were like, oh, this fits this project. So last week, Sarah Jackson, who we had talked to with Housing and Community Development, she visited the site along with some representatives from other state agencies. I think they were impressed with the fire department's project and their presentation on why they're doing it and how it's going to work and the benefit to the town the new station will be. Hopefully that the fire department will receive some state funds from this grant to help with the cost of the project. I've heard the overall cost of the fire department, new station, temporary station, and conversion to social halls anywhere in the area of $6 to $8 million. So it's a lot of money this is costing them. Ridge Engineering, they began clearing the land and doing the grading for their new building last week. Next door, the next parcel to the north, the IDA is in the middle of their grading plan for the North Carroll Business Park. One aspect of that plan is tying in and having access to Main Street. If you drive by, you'll see where there's now a dirt road coming up that they put in up to Main Street. As Tammy mentioned last month, Main Street is now property of the town, and we're responsible for all work on it, under it, or in the right-of-way. That leads to a new permitting process the town has to oversee, or some of our existing processes and permits being beefed up some, so that we cover all the things that could happen on Main Street. These include utility permits, access permits, traffic control permits, and then a lot of these projects we have to hire inspectors also to oversee the projects. It's a learning process, and we're getting a crash course right now. A lot of these projects were approved by State Highway, but then they didn't issue the permits, so in the middle of the process the road changed hands. Whoever's doing the project goes back to State Highway and they're like, we need the permit now. And they're like, well, it's not our road anymore. Talk to Hampstead. And so we've been able to get the applications and approve them and get some of the work done. One thing that we're not going to allow on Main Street anymore, or we're trying to avoid at all costs unless it's absolutely necessary, is open cutting of the road, where you'll see and they'll dig a trench all the way across the road to lay the whatever utility pipe is, or a cable, or a gas line, whatever. We're asking that all utilities be installed through boring under the road surface, and what that'll lead to is you'll see some cuts in the shoulder. They've got to put in test pits where they can go down and find where the actual line is, but then once they find that, then they can go underneath the actual road. So that's going to help some. Hans of Hampstead, they hope to be back for their public hearing next month. Between now and then, Hans is meeting with the Industrial Development Authority of Carroll County to discuss the design of the new building, to make certain is within the guidelines and covenants of the property. In addition to the Ridge and North Carroll Business Park projects, there's additional projects going on along that stretch of Main Street between the railroad tracks and Farmwoods Lane. They're installing water and sewer lines running up to Lizzie's Lockers. That's why if you drive by now, you'll see those barrels and like the ski fence out around those areas in the shoulders. That's where they did test pits to see where they need to put these lines. Also, starting next week, they will be installing new water lines under Main Street right by the car wash, with one going to the car wash, replacing what's there, and then one going to Route 30 Automotive, which is behind the car wash. That one is always tied into the car wash line, and now they want them separate, so that's the reason for that. And you may have noticed that there are new foundations and posts been put in on the south end and the north end for the new Welcome to Hampstead signs. We had to stop the project temporarily because on the north end, about 2 feet of the sign goes out of the right-of-way into the IDA property. So we need them to approve it. They have a board meeting, I think it's August 31st, to discuss it, and hopefully we'll just get the approval, and then we'll start the project back up and get the new signs in. Can't wait for them to be up because they are, I think they look extraordinary. They're really cool looking. One other thing I just thought you guys should know about, there was an annexation petition and resolution that was introduced at the last council meeting. It's for the Michaels property, which is 28 acres, located on the corner of Panther and Shiloh, right behind sort of the high school property down the hill where that pond and farmhouse is. Down the road, or as time goes along, as long as the annexation is approved and the water and sewer needs are met, when they get ready to develop the property, then they will be coming to this commission. It could be a year, 2 years, 3 years to develop it.
Literally the land on the corner?
Yeah.
Where the old farm?
Correct.
For housing?
Yes. Yep. And that was the owners of the property. Right now it's zoned R20,000 with the county, and the owners of the property are requesting that the town zone it R10,000. So, and there's a public hearing on that, which will be held here on October the 11th. Okay. Last thing, renovations in War Memorial Park are almost done. They just need to install a retaining wall and do some landscaping. This Saturday at the park, music in the park's back. Bootleg is playing from 6 to 8 in the evening. It's always a good time at these concerts. So if you get a chance, stop on by and listen to Bootleg for a while. And I was going to mention the new website design. We talked about that before the meeting, but we've got a new website. It's up. I think it looks really good, and we try and make it more user-friendly, easier to find things that you're looking for. There's now big icons on there for code, for pay my bills, things like that, that should make it easier on everyone to use. And that's it.
Yeah, I will go on the record saying, yeah, I just happened to visit it today, and it looks great, Jim, so good work on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Carroll County Department of Planning update.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Test.
There you
There
go.
we go. All right. Too bad we're coming to the end of summer, huh?
Yes.
Just a couple things to go over from the Department of Planning. Number one, the Board of County Commissioners began their review of the text changes to the agricultural and conservation zoning regulations on August 11th. The primary source for this information is on the county website, and for anyone watching today, that website address is www.carrollrezoning.org. For the fall amendment to the 2019 Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan, the Department of Planning is currently accepting applications with a deadline of September 1st. The triennial update to the 2019 Carroll County Water and Sewer Master Plan is coming up. Contact Price if you have any questions. Updates are needed ASAP. For the Transportation Master Plan, the Planning Commission will begin reviewing the chapters this month, And for the annual report, which came before the commission, comes before the Planning and Zoning Commission each year, that report was certified by the Carroll County Planning and Zoning Commission on June 29th and was sent to the Maryland Department of Planning on July 1st. For the hazard mitigation plan, which we all met several months ago, the draft should be available for review in the next 1 to 2 months. That is all I have, Madam Chair. If you all have any questions for me, I will be happy
Thank you.
to answer.
Any questions, comments?
I just want to say thanks to Andrew for his help with the comp plan. He's been a tremendous help with it. They sent over today, Kathleen, who does the mapping, sent over some new maps dealing with what we discussed, Chapter 9 with economic development, and you'll be getting them when I hand out Chapter 9 next month. Phenomenal job of pointing out where the industrial and commercial districts are within the town. So appreciate all your help.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the kind words.
You're welcome.
Kind words are always good. Okay, is there any other business? Any public comment? Then if there's no public comment or no other business?
I may have some, but.
Yes, sir.
I guess I want to wait till the majority of the council shows up. If you guys want to hang out.
So I guess we'll just have to talk slow.
No, we'll adjourn.
We'll adjourn and be in a recess.
Thank you. Okay. Alrighty, if there's no other comments, we need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
May we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so approved. Adjourn. Thank you.